Hi, I'm Mr. Motroni. I'm in the science department. And I was asked to think about my experience with ECJ. Now, we have all sorts of immersion trips, as you are well aware of. We've had ones that go to all over the world or within the country here. And in particular, as you know, there's the ECJs. And I've done a bunch of other trips. For the ECJs, I have done El Salvador twice, I have done India twice, I've done South Africa once. And through all of these experiences, I start to think about, what is it? Why did I want to do it? And I went back, and believe it or not, I took a look at a journal from a trip that I did to Tijuana. It used to be called Los Niños, which I did about 4 times. And in it, this is my journal from 1997, believe it or not. So from 1997, and as you can see, I've written in it and all that sort of stuff. And this is my first day. And I talk about my hopes for the experience. And the hope that I had for the experience was that I would gain something from it. And I wanted to gain something special. And what is it that I wanted to gain? What I really wanted to gain is a sense of other, a sense of adventure, a sense of sitting there saying, hey, while my existence here is blessed, there's a whole other world that exists out there. And how am I going to interact with that? And how am I going to interact with it in a meaningful way? Now, you can travel. Traveling is great. I've traveled to a number of different places, but I have to say it's nothing like an immersion program. And one thing I want to make sure people know is that we used to call them service projects, but now we call them immersion. And why? Because you're getting out of the norm and you're immersing yourself into a life, into a lifestyle. It's not casually on the side. You're getting into it. And that's really what I wanted. I wanted to have something that was more than the norm, something that would sit there and stimulate me, something that would sit there and would make me really, really think about who I am, what I'm doing, and how I can affect change in the world, and how the world, more importantly, changes me. These are immersion programs. And I think about the experiences that I've had with folks, and it's just amazing because you give of yourself in a way which is new and unique. I think about in El Salvador, sitting in a hill with a guy who's named X, who's one of the young people that was there, high schooler. And we were at this corn farm, and we just talked. And I don't speak much Spanish, and he didn't really speak much English. But we had the most amazing conversation because we were connecting. A lot of times they say life gets in the way of living. ECJs allow you to have life come alive. It allows you to go and experience. So what you really need to think about is, do I have an adventurous spirit? Do I wish to go beyond the norm? Do I wish to have something which is meaningful, which touches me later on? Because that's what these experiences do. And I have to tell you, both my son and my daughter went on it, and it really affected their lives. And for me, it affects my life every day. Why? Because you remember the experiences. You remember what you learned. You remember the people. You remember everything that makes it special. You remember that you were immersed.